Look, I get that you don't care about the characters in this movie, okay? I get that. But what if I want to throw fucking pickles at the characters? Fuck! Godzilla King of the Monsters stars Vera Farmiga, Millie Bobby Brown, Ken Watanabe, and is directed by Michael Dougherty. What's up, guys? It's time to review Godzilla King of the Monsters. Really looking forward to this, and this really takes me back because if I could share a quick little story about my beginnings of YouTube, I started my channel back in June of 2014. If you notice, I didn't record my first review for Predestination until January 2015, which was a really stupid movie to review for the first time. But the very first movie that I tried to review back in, I believe, June, was Godzilla 2014. That, I thought this would be kind of an easy movie to review. I could get my feet wet. It can't be that hard, right? Right? Can it? And then I got in the car, I'm driving down the road, and I pull out my phone. Like an idiot, I'm gonna record my review on the road on my phone, and within like 30 seconds, I almost threw my phone out the window. I was like, I can't do this. I'm an idiot. There's no way I could ever review movies. Fast forward 6 months later, I ended up buying the equipment, the camera, the lights. I still use the same camera, same lights, and I recorded my review for Predestination. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but. The spark of that was Godzilla 2014. So I've been waiting to finally review this movie just so I could tell you that little story because I didn't really want to review that movie. I don't know, maybe I will one day. But right now we're going to talk about Godzilla King of the Monsters. And let me just say, I am a monster movie fanatic. I love big creature features. And I'd say for the most part, the A-level ones, I enjoy most of them. Kong Skull Island, I enjoyed the hell out of it. I thought Kong was so awesome in that. The characters, they're not amazing or anything, but there's some nice character moments in there. They didn't get on my nerves. John C. Reilly surprised me, actually. I ended up liking him. But, going as far back as 1976, King Kong. That was the first movie memory that I have, and I was just in awe. And that's the movie that made me kind of a big Kong fanatic because it's so emotional and it's so sad at the end when Kong dies just because he loves Dwan, is what she was called in the movie by Jessica Lange. And sure, looking back, that movie's dated and there's some creepy moments in there, but that last scene is still, to me, one of the most heartfelt, emotional moments ever in a creature feature. And so, like I said, going into this review, and I'm sure you've watched a lot of reviews and people start out the reviews saying, hey guys, I freaking love monster movies, right? I do too. I love monster movies, okay? I don't need my characters to be the Last Samurai. I just want characters that serve their purpose, do their thing, and guide me through the story. And most creature features have those characters. Even Godzilla 1998, as bad as that movie is, I still kind of like the characters in it. They're fun. There's a good time to be had throughout that movie. It's not a good Godzilla movie at all. They completely botched the look of Godzilla. Jumping back to 2014, just to give you my quick thoughts on that, I like it. It's not too bad. The characters, it's front-loaded by Bryan Cranston. You can't go wrong there. I would have preferred him to be in the whole movie, but I didn't mind them focusing on his son and his son's family and all that. They were okay. They didn't blow my hair back or anything, but they were okay. As far as Godzilla goes, for me, I don't need Godzilla to be in the frame constantly. And he's not in this movie. I think they show Godzilla just the right amount of time in this movie as they did in 2014. Going back to Godzilla 1998, that one scene that I always remember in the trailer is when Godzilla's coming out of the bay. And you see his back fins coming out of the water, and it is just such a cool scene to watch, just to show the scale of how big Godzilla is. And you got that guy, the fisherman. It's such a cool scene. It's still one of my favorite movie trailers ever. But now we're going to jump into Godzilla King of the Monsters. All I wanted from this movie was pretty much what I got from Kong Skull Island. I wasn't expecting this to be the greatest movie of the year. I thought it was going to be probably 3.5 out of 5. Hi, Humdrum. So quick plot synopsis. This is a different story than the last Godzilla movie. There are threads of that movie in this. There are characters from that movie like Ken Watanabe. But we have a different story here. We have Vera Farmiga, who plays Emma, and her daughter Madison, played by Millie Bobby Brown, who we all know from Stranger Things. You know, this is a mother-daughter duo, and quickly we realize that Emma is completely batshit crazy out of her mind. She wants to pull a Thanos, pretty much. She wants to awaken all of these Titans. I believe it's like 17 Titans. And she wants to pretty much destroy most of the planet to reboot, to start anew. And of course, when she awakens one of the Alpha Titans, Ghidorah, then the shit really hits the fan. And I'm not going to go into too many spoilers about why it hits the fan, but from the get-go, I was like, this is the dumbest idea I've ever heard. These creatures are in hibernation. Why wake them? Because you don't like what's going on in some other country? Yeah, there's a lot of bad shit going on in other countries in this world, but I would go through A through X before I got to Z, which is awaken 17 freaking Titans. That's a stupid-ass idea. And I think they could have came up with a better way to awaken these Titans, actually. So right off the bat, I was like, God, this is a stupid plot. But I'm gonna deal with it. And then along the way, we have Millie Bobby Brown, who plays Madison. And she is great in Stranger Things. But I had my fears from seeing the trailer that they were gonna capitalize on her waterworks. And I swear to you, in 95% of this movie, she's either crying or screaming. And there's one scene where she's like trying to get off of the plane and they're holding her back. Like, what the hell is she gonna do? It really annoyed the shit out of me. And there's so many bad characters in this movie. It reminded me of The Meg. And I know some of you guys like The Meg. A lot of you guys like this movie. I hated the characters in The Meg. I think they went way too far with the stupidity, especially Ruby Rose. Well, in this movie, you have veteran character actor Bradley Whitford. And this is the comic relief of the movie. I'm not gonna blame Bradley. He did the best he could with the lines he was given. But every joke that he had to tell felt so forced and so stupid and unnecessary, and I just really couldn't get on board. Look, guys, I know I'm not gonna convince a lot of you. I've already looked at a lot of the comments for this movie, and a lot of people love this movie. And you know what? I love that you love this movie. I really do. My job is not to convince you that I'm right and you're wrong. My job is just to tell you how I felt about the movie. And I thought this movie sucked. And a big reason it sucked is because the characters really just ruined the movie for me. Is there some great monster action in this? Yes, there is. I could put this disc in, let it play in the background while I'm ironing, and have some great demo material. I'm not gonna take that away from it. The last like 2 minutes is really the big payoff as far as like monster fights go. But it is pretty awe-inspiring to see all these Titans awaken, especially Ghidorah. Ghidorah looks pretty badass, actually. And I will say the special effects in this are top-notch. I mean, they are amazing. As far as scale goes, you definitely feel like you're looking at Titans. It's really awe-inspiring. And you could say, you know what, just take the characters out and let's just have a movie full of monsters. I don't like that idea. I don't think it could work. I think if you look at all those other monster movies, yes, the characters aren't like top-notch, but they're still passable. They're still very likable, but this went way too far with the annoying characters for me. But like I said, if you loved it, I love you for loving it. But I'll leave you with this. Vera Farmiga is really fucking stupid. Okay, I'm gonna give this a 2 hours lost. That's my rating. And post in the comments your thoughts on this movie. I know I'm gonna get a lot of mixed results because I know this movie's kind of like right down the middle as far as Rotten Tomatoes goes. And I kind of like that. That's cool. But yeah, not my thing. I expected to really enjoy this, and I did not at all. Also, guys, I got my Killer Flicks t-shirt on here. If you want a Killer Flicks t-shirt or a Drumdums t-shirt, be sure to go to the Drumdums store, and you can get a t-shirt over there. Also, be sure to come over to Killer Flicks, where we talk horror all day and every day, and on Fridays we do Free For All Fridays. Follow me at Drumdums on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and Drumdum out.